Welcome to the Mac and Maj podcast. My name is Maj.
This is Mac.
That is Mac, and we are back. Season 26, episode 2. Sorry, I'm still messing
You can
with
say
my...
we're scrambling.
I'm sorry. I'm sort of scrambling. Okay, so I think we got everything to where it needs to be here.
Cool.
So let's go ahead and start.
First of all, real quick.
Yeah.
How was your Halloween?
My Halloween was good. My last week was actually pretty good. How about you, man?
It was good. I enjoyed my Halloween. I did the candy. I did the trick or treat. I did everything.
How's your son? Did you take him around?
I did. He really, really didn't like it. He really didn't.
Really?
Yeah. He was just like scared the whole time. He was like, what are these? He's like, I'm still getting used to normal people.
Not a big Halloween guy yet.
Well, I mean, not yet.
Not yet.
Which is expected. It's okay. It's a yearly
expected.
kind of thing.
So, yeah, my week was fine. I told you, I stubbed the shit out of my foot.
Yeah, what happened?
So, I'm just going to get this out of the way real quick.
Okay.
You might see me grimace or whatever. This is why. I stubbed my whole foot. Now, what does that mean? Now, when you stub a toe, you could say you could stub a toe, and maximum you get 2 toes with a stub. When you say you stubbed your foot, it's 3 and above. Anywhere between 3 and 6.
You stubbed more than 2.
I stubbed 3 toes. Now, let me explain what happened.
What did you hit?
I hit a chair. So my 3 toes hit a chair. Now, immediately, first thing is a scuff mark. You know when you mess up a shoe and there's a scuff, like a scratch? Or like a little...
You see that on your foot?
I saw a scuff mark go all the way through my 3 toes, like a line. There's just 3 lines. It looked like I was sponsored by Adidas in this shit. I had 3 lines. Okay? So I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I could live with 3 lines for now. It started bleeding. The middle guy didn't like it. He just wasn't a fan. Third one just didn't like it. Wasn't a fan of the whole situation. Started bleeding. May have fractured my foot. It was one of those hits where you like run, you know? Like I ran upstairs, like
because it hurt so much.
I was running, bro. I was running. But the problem is after the adrenaline goes down, you're like, wow,
the pain.
I just ran on a bad foot for about jumping up the stairs.
Probably made it worse.
It did. Then I went to the gym.
Really?
Yeah, I was at the gym. I just got back from the gym. Just everything hurts. I don't know why I did that. Even if you're not doing foot workouts, lifting, who knew that the weight just goes down there, right?
Yeah, but anyway. Just go to the doctor.
So headlines.
Headlines this week.
Headline news, baby. Okay, so why don't you start us off with this? We got a good one coming from you.
Okay, so my headline. It's embarrassing and interesting. So. The other day, during this past weekend, I went to the mall.
Yep.
I just decided to go to the mall.
Yep.
Right? So I go to the mall and I see like, usually when I go to the mall on weekends, it's like extremely like packed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This time, no one there. And there were more cops than there were shoppers.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just went and I was like, okay, this is interesting. And immediately, like my first instinct was, this is good. I should spend more time here today because there's no one.
So you wanted to take advantage of it.
I wanted to take advantage. There were the cop situations.
So let me ask you a question real quick. Just you. So when you see a lot of police at a mall, your first instinct is, shopping is going to be super easy. You're not thinking, why did they get
So remember, we've talked about this before. I make really bad decisions in my life.
In malls specifically.
I
don't know if you know this podcast, but his track record, a lot of it involves malls.
Go watch season 1. You'll know what we're talking about. But to keep it quick and simple, I went to the mall. I see cops. Didn't really bother me. I didn't see enough people. Didn't even bother me.
No.
Decided to keep going. And when I saw stores that are usually open that are closed, that didn't trigger anything either.
Keep in mind, this is right before Halloween. Malls aren't empty right before Halloween.
No, not at all. That's why I was shocked.
Yeah.
So anyway, I enjoyed my time. I spent like 3 or 4 hours in the mall. Literally, like, I was just enjoying my time. And all the cops passing by me just looking at me like top to bottom.
Giving you dirty looks.
Giving me dirty looks like crazy.
And you didn't feel anything was wrong?
No. I thought...
So this is where I come into the story.
So then I left the mall and I met up with Maj.
Yeah. This is where Maj comes into the story. So I'm not going to... So for the people that don't know what's going on, in the Northern Virginia area, there was a credible threat from what they believe to be ISIS on shopping malls and just strip malls in general in the Northern Virginia area. Credible threat. Mac had no idea.
No clue.
So this past weekend was kind of tainted by that because I wanted to do certain things that I couldn't. So it was on top of mine. When I saw Mac and he said, yo, I just came back from the mall, was like, what? I was like, wait, like you were there with your child?
No. So this is what happened. I told him I went to the mall, and immediately everyone stopped what they were doing. And
There's
just
about 20
looked at
people
me.
in the room.
And they all just looked at me.
Yeah.
Like, why the heck were you in the mall? I was like, well, did you not see? You guys should go. It's empty.
And your wife didn't know either.
No one knew.
No one knew. Just everyone was.
We were really busy. Like, we didn't look at the news. We didn't do anything in like a 24-hour time.
So that happened.
That happened. And
They
then
didn't catch anyone.
It didn't.
Nothing happened.
Well, I mean, I'm safe.
Yeah, I mean, you're good.
Yeah.
But nothing really happened.
So, I mean, we got advantage of, shopping. So
Yeah. So
that's my highlight.
yeah, that's your highlight. Okay, so a lot of stuff did happen. So let's be honest here. The most important thing that did happen this week, right? In terms of my life, is Elon Musk.
Oh, okay.
So Elon Musk, not only is this man starting to release his own crypto coins and just do weird
Yeah,
shit.
forget about this.
Yeah, so that happened this week, but that's not even important. He did something that I think is really cool. So Elon Musk, I believe this was actually this morning.
It was today, right?
Yeah, I think it was literally.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so Elon Musk is a billionaire, right? And billionaires get a lot of bad publicity because what they could be doing
With their
to
money.
serve the world, right? So a CNN article comes out, right? And this CNN article is, dude, this is trending everywhere. This CNN article was titled, 2% of Elon Musk's wealth could solve world hunger, says director of UN Food Scarcity Organization.
Is just his wealth.
2% of Elon Musk's wealth, yes. So Dr. Eli David, I don't know who the hell this is.
Eli David.
Eli David. I don't support anything he does. Just in case he's
Dr.
bad.
D.
Just in case he's bad. I don't know who this is. 2% of Elon Musk's wealth, so not money, is worth $6 billion.
$6 billion.
$6 billion. So in 2020, the UN World Food Program raised $8.4 billion, right? Mm-hmm. How come it didn't solve world hunger? That was the question he asked. Elon, not involved yet. This is where he came in response.
So people were just doing this analysis.
Elon not even involved yet.
He heard about it and he was like,
He saw David's tweet or whatever the hell this guy's name is.
Yeah, Dr. D.
Dr. D. Well, so he saw David's tweet and he said, okay, check this out. If you can prove to me that $6 billion will solve world hunger, I will sell $6 billion worth of Tesla stock today. That's what he said. He said, I mean,
I saw it. No, that's the part that I saw.
So
that he can end world hunger.
Great. So then someone eventually obviously responded to him. Yes. So someone responded to him.
Great.
Okay. Yeah, nothing happened.
Who responded?
Okay. So what happened is after this whole back and forth, Elon, basically said, if you show me the accounting, whatever. A guy named David Beasley, WFP chief, at WFP chief is his Twitter @ he said, basically, this headline's not accurate. CNN. So the word WFP is World Food Program, by the way. Again, callbacks. But he said that headline is not accurate.
Okay.
2% of Elon Musk will not. He said what will happen is it will prevent geopolitical instability. He said it will prevent mass migration and save 42 million people on the brink of starvation. Right?
Okay, so it will help.
It will help. And
a lot.
And then that's when Elon Musk, so this was yesterday, and that's when Elon Musk was just like, show me the accounting and we'll get it done. So he's calling their bluff. And the reason I appreciate that is a lot of times, doesn't matter, Bezos, Musk, whoever it is, we shit on these billionaires. We're like, you guys never want to do anything. You never want to do this. You never want to do that. Now, that's true. But what Elon Musk is doing is very important because if I'm Bezos or Elon Musk, I'm not just going to give you $6 billion. You have to prove to me.
Yeah, I'm not going to take your word for it.
But that stuff usually happens behind closed doors.
Yeah, exactly. It does, yeah.
That stuff, and that's why Elon Musk said they should see the sunlight of this. It's something around that. I'm paraphrasing. Yeah. He said this should see the sunlight. It's good for this to see the sunlight. People need to know that because a lot of these back-end conversations get lost in translation, especially with these Twitter atmospheres where people are so quick to blame billionaires, which is easy to do. It's fun to do.
Yeah.
But when it's out in the open, it's like, okay, yeah, you guys are saying I could do this, I could do that. Someone's got to implement this. I can't just give my money to an organization. Yeah. It's like consulting.
Yeah, prove it.
Prove it. I need you to show me that you'll be able to do it. Why else would I give you $6
Show
million?
me the action plan and I'll do it.
I don't you don't submit you don't submit a request without like if I'm requesting you do this, you have to show me why I should do it. You can't just say do it.
No, I completely agree with you. I think
Right?
I think they have to do something like that, and I like how he's approaching it.
I like how he's approaching
Calling
it.
his bluff. Like
Elon Musk owns the internet, bro. Literally, he owns the internet. He controls like the fluctuation of cryptocurrencies.
He's insane.
He's killing it, man. But okay, moving on from that.
Moving on from Elon.
So the final headline. There's more. Apparently, Barclays CEO was in with Epstein. That's a whole thing. Not qualified to talk about it.
Not on this podcast.
Not on this, but someone is qualified to talk about that.
Yeah.
Not me. I don't know. I just know Epstein bad. So Barclays bad. That's all I know. I'm not gonna lie.
Isn't Apple's credit card with?
Who knows? No, Apple's credit card's Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs.
Was Barclays?
Barclays was the one they used
before
years ago. Before
looks
the
like they
Apple card.
found out and they moved. All right, next.
Barclays is still a partner, I think. Next. So Barcelona and Tottenham. What do these two teams have in common?
New managers.
So Barcelona fired Ronald Koeman. Ronald Koeman was a esteemed manager. I mean, you know him from his time at Holland, obviously, but also this guy been around the block, experienced guy, whether it's Everton, Barcelona, right? And then Barcelona again, whoever he's coached, got fired.
Why?
So team was underperforming.
Of course.
I think the team was underperforming. Last week was a loss. I can't remember if it was 2-0, 2-1. It was a loss. And I think that just didn't sit well. It was early in the week last week.
But like they just lost Messi. Like, shouldn't there be time to allow them to figure shit out?
I think so. Barcelona fans will tell you otherwise because they're impatient, which is fine. But I think so. And
he's
rumors
been there
are,
for a long time, right? Messi.
Messi's been there for. Ronald Koeman hasn't been there for a whole lot of time.
Yeah, so he needs to restructure this whole damn team.
Yeah, you got it. I think he's been here dude, he hasn't been here long enough.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not fair.
And Messi.
Even Tottenham's coach was only there for this season. He got there this season.
Well, I mean, Tottenham has a different story.
I mean, yeah. But anyway.
So they got a new coach.
They want to get a new coach.
They want to get a new coach.
So they have a temporary coach right now. I don't know his name. I'm sorry, bro. Like,
yeah, you're not gonna stay there long.
They have a temporary coach right now, but Xavi is the one slated to Javi, whatever you want to. I call it Xavi because I'm a fob. But
it's Xavi as well.
So Xavi appears to be the one that's replacing him.
So I heard that he's really interested. There's negotiations happening. He might be. He's most likely going to be the next Barcelona manager.
And Tottenham fired their manager, former manager of Wolves.
Yes.
He wasn't a bad manager though. He did terrible at Tottenham.
Yeah, but I mean, I like who they're looking at next.
They're looking at Antonio Conte.
So last week you said Conte might go to. What happened there?
So okay. We're out of headlines. Let's talk now.
Okay, let's talk. Because last week we said Conte might be going to Manchester United.
Yes. So
that's off the table.
So Nuno Espirito Santo, right? He's the one that got fired from Wolves, right? And Conte is looking like the replacement to bring him in. Now let's analyze these two sackings and let's see what they result in.
Okay.
Barcelona is putting Xavi in a position that I don't know is fair. Unless they have the right expectations. So, in terms of Barcelona,
he did some coaching before, right? Not head coaching.
He's not. I mean, he's in Qatar now doing coaching, but outside of that, no, I don't think so.
Is he a head coach in Qatar?
I think with Assad. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. So it's not really like.
Yeah. So, I mean, is this the right place you want to throw your legend in? I mean, I feel like that's kind of messed up. Like you're putting him in a position where he doesn't really have any solidified stars.
Oh, so you're saying they might be setting up their star for failure.
Yeah, which is what Chelsea did with Lampard, which is what United did with Ole, right?
Yeah.
They're just setting them up kind of not for failure, but like if this is your guy, you got to help him out. You know what I mean? Give him some love.
I'm sure they're not going to bring him on and then like next year they fire him.
Yeah. So
he's going to be a Zidane kind of situation.
But because of that, you need to vocalize that. You guys aren't going to be great for a while.
Exactly. Thank you. I was going to say that next. Like, please make it clear that this is a transition period.
It is a transition period.
And Xavi's coming on to take on that role, and it's going to take a while for you guys to be back on top.
Yes, and I think Barcelona fans might be ready after this whole Koeman debacle to accept that they're in a transitional period.
Yes, and
For the longest time,
they should.
They should. For the longest time, how many we have family, right, that are Barcelona fans, so we hear it a lot. But even in general, how many people were so excited about all these signings of like Aguero and Depay?
Yeah, a lot.
They're like, oh, it's good.
And they have a good team.
Yeah, but Aguero just came down with a heart condition.
I saw that.
So he's probably screwed.
They say they don't know when he's gonna be able to.
They have no idea.
Yeah.
It's still in the early stages. It's still in the early stages. So he does have a heart disease that they're still working through. But Memphis is not going to be a Messi. He's a great player, but he's not your guy. So
I really like him though. Like I think he'll do
great player.
Insane.
He's going to do awesome. Oh shit.
He's
going to do awesome.
He needs the right direction and someone to really believe in him, to treat him like the new leader of the team. In the front.
He can't be the leader of Barcelona.
Of the front.
They need a better guy, man.
They need a better guy. I swear, he can do insane. Bro, he did
Well,
great.
he can be the leader. He can be the leader in the way that, for example, Michael Carrick was the leader of United for so long after all the big guns left. And he was the leader. He was a great player. But Memphis can be the leader, but he can't be the best player on a winning team, is my opinion.
But because Memphis is new here in Barca and Messi's out, this is his time to shine.
It's an opportunity. Now, the reason I'm speaking the way I'm speaking is because Memphis played with United. Then he went to Lyon.
He didn't find his place.
He hasn't found. He went to Lyon and he was balling in Lyon.
Yeah. But he played insane in the Euro.
Was it Lyon? Yeah. So he did play well. Now, I don't want people to misconstrue my words. Memphis is a great player.
I'm biased because
I know. but is he your guy that's going to take you up against Mohamed Salah?
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You got to shape.
You have to see.
You have to see, exactly. And you have to have good coaching, and you have to
And as Barcelona,
set him up for success.
All I'm saying is you have to know that that's where you're at.
Yeah,
and that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
As far as Tottenham, that's a different story. They needed to fire their coach. The same way United needed to fire Ole. It's just Tottenham had the balls to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. But Conte, I think Conte is a good fit.
He's a good fit. So rumors are that he's signing an 18-month contract. Rumors are he wants to sign a short-term contract, which is what I wanted him to do at United. Like I said, because you have a short-term player in Ronaldo, and we'll talk about United in a second because they had this. This is why they got Nuno fired. Okay. Because Tottenham played United. United beat them 3-0 on Saturday.
Oh,
and that's what prompted the firing.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Conte, as a coach, you know him from Inter. He's defensive and he gets the job done.
He does. He's a great coach.
He's a great coach. I mean, Chelsea fans were afraid that United were not afraid, but they didn't want to see Conte go to United because he was their manager and they knew that this guy can play. He won them the league, right? So this Tottenham thing, I think it comes down to who Conte is as a person, right?
Okay, what do you mean?
So Conte generally does not like taking teams, and he said he's been vocal in the middle of the season. He thinks it's right. A recipe for disaster. Mm-hmm. Conte is now in advanced talks, like advanced.
Yeah, I saw. I think they're almost close to closing a deal.
If Conte could wait 2 or 3 weeks, the United job opens.
Does he want it?
I don't think he wants it.
That's what I'm saying.
But why?
I don't know. I don't think he wants to coach Ronaldo.
I don't think
I don't think he wants that dynamic. I really don't.
It could be that, and I hope it's that. I hope it's not the other thing.
That you think he thinks they suck?
No, that I think Manchester United was like, Ole's our guy.
You think they're gonna?
All reports indicate
keep him.
All reports indicate that Ole was the one that. Or sorry, not Ole was the one. Ole is going to stay through the City game, which is this weekend. Okay. They said that Ole has 3 games to prove that he's supposed to be the manager of Manchester United. Tottenham, Atalanta, City. Tottenham, they played this past weekend 3-0.
Killed it.
Atalanta and City are the 2 games that are left.
Yeah, because they don't want to say, just because you lost Liverpool 5-0.
Yeah, I mean, I think they want to give him that respect as a player.
Yeah.
Right? But my fear is that it's not just that. My fear is that they figure that he could turn it around. So Sir Alex Ferguson, when he first joined the club, had a shit show of a start.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, not a shit show, but it wasn't great. It wasn't great. Comparable, right? Comparable. And then He turned out to be the greatest manager the world has ever seen.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, Ole's not going to be Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yeah.
But he might turn it around.
Oh, no. He might, but I don't I don't think he's the guy. So Conte,
who's next on that list?
I don't know. And that's the scary part, because Conte looks like he's going to go to Tottenham. So now it's up in the air. And Ole is the reason that job got open to begin with, which is funny. So he fucked the guy whose replacement, all intents and purposes, was supposed to be Ole's replacement.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So interesting dynamic.
Didn't last week, or someone said once, that Zidane might be
It was in talks, but like I said, man, I don't know that that's going to happen. I just don't. Zidane,
that would be insanely terrible.
it's not an improvement over Ole, to be honest with you. Zidane is a Champions League, La Liga winning manager. Let's not act like he's not a beast, but I don't know if he can get him there. I don't know if he can get him
Man
there.
United.
I don't know if he can get him there. United beat them 3-0, and it was encouraging, and they played very well as a team. They changed the formation, but I don't know if you're going to get that all the time. So you need to have a coach that has a solid system that will work even if the players are not as consistent. One of the biggest things Ole said is the system isn't what made it work, even though he's never played the system before in my knowledge. He said it was the players. The players played well. They played a 3-5-2. They don't normally play a 3-5-2.
So they're changing.
I mean, it looks like it. That 3-5-2.
Did Ronaldo get a goal? I didn't.
Ronaldo got a goal and an assist. Okay. So Ronaldo got an amazing volley. He got a nice assist to Cavani. I'm sure you would appreciate that. And then Rashford sealed the deal at the end. So that prompted the firing and caused the hiring of Conte. I think Conte is a good hiring for Tottenham. I think Javi is a good hiring for Barcelona, assuming
he does good.
assuming they have the right expectations. That's it.
Meaning the what we talked about, transition phase. You understand he's coming in, team changing.
And you got to know why they do it too. These teams, they're smart. When they bring back one of these old guys, it's for the guy, but it's also PR.
Of course it is.
Do you think it's a coincidence that Xavi joined the team the year Messi left, the year that engagement to the Clasico was low, the year when it's all about bringing these guys back
Yeah,
in.
you need the stars back.
Bring the stars back in some form or capacity.
Can't wait in like 5-6 years. Messi's going to be the coach of
Messi
Barca.
will never coach, bro. No way. Guys like Ronaldo and Messi. It's like when guys like Michael Jordan is a terrible owner because he just gets awful players all the time.
I see what you mean.
Because you're so good. Though. You're so good that you're looking at the guy. You're like, why aren't you as good as me?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know, like why can't you just do this? Like, I don't know. So, like, I suck. I don't know. It's all about communication. So that's what it's about. It's not about if they're a great player. It's are they a great communicator? That's why midfielders do a good job of being coaches sometimes, because midfielders communicating defense, communicating with offense, guys like Xavi, guys like Zidane, they get it done. Lampard, Gerrard, they're coaches.
Yeah.
Guys that are like frontline guys, you don't see it as often.
Then if he ever does coach, then he'll fail.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what was going on there
for soccer.
For soccer. So let's jump into the Champions League now while we're on the topic of soccer. Okay. We're gonna go brief. Same games as last time. Same games as last time. Same exact games as last time.
That's why it can be brief.
So let's keep this nice and brief. The games that we are looking forward to based on last time, like, because we're data guys. We look at the data. We thought some games were going to be important. Weren't really important.
No.
So let's talk about the big games to watch. There's going to be a very, very, very tight game again. You're looking at Liverpool and Atletico Madrid. They're playing again. Mm-hmm. Last game was 3-2. What do you think about that one? I think Liverpool is rolling, man. Atletico is not doing too well in the league right now.
But Atletico got the red card.
But they got it after the goals.
All of them?
Oh, no. There was one. It was 2-2. There's a red card, but the third one was a penalty.
Well, I mean, they were desperate.
Yeah.
Look, you know me. Like, I love Liverpool. Like, I'm with them. But, like, Atletico is really good. I think the red card hurt them.
You're right. I think the red card did hurt them. They might have been able to get back in the game. I just think Liverpool's got this one.
Yeah.
After winning 5-0 against United, Wait a second. I'm tripping. Liverpool just tied against Brighton 2-2.
They did.
They did. Yeah, they just tied against Brighton 2-2. So who knows? Who knows what this looks like?
Oh, okay.
Who knows what this looks like, right? So that's going to be a good game. Watch out for that game. Man United, Atalanta. That is going to be a good game because that has implications. so
They have to win.
They have to win. Barcelona, Dynamo Kiev. That's going to be a good game.
Last time, Man United won 3-2.
In the last second. Not last second. 81st minute. Oh, okay. Atalanta should have won that game. I don't know how United pulled it out. Ronaldo.
Got it. Okay.
So, or 82nd minute. Barcelona, Dynamo Kiev. That's going to be a one to watch for me. Mm-hmm. If not the game, then the news. Because I'm interested. Barcelona's first game without Koeman, they tied.
Oh, really?
This past weekend, they tied. I think. Yeah, they tied. So, or actually, no, they might have lost. Let me look into it. But Barcelona is at a weird stage. They tied. They're at a weird stage with Alaves of all people. But this is important because this temporary coach guy needs to keep him floating still. Yeah. Like you don't want to bring because Xavi's actually having trouble getting out of his contract.
Really?
Yeah, the Qataris are not.
They don't want to leave him,
bro.
Nope, you got to pay.
Yeah, it's like you signed a 2-year.
Where's my money?
Yeah, you signed a 2-year contract. Like, what are you talking about? Dortmund Ajax is going to be a good game. Ajax beat them 4-0 last game. No way Dortmund's letting them beat them 4-0 this time.
You think?
No way, dude.
So you think Dortmund will win?
I don't know if Dortmund will win, but they'll put up a better fight than 4-0. They're going to make it a game.
And on that same day, Real Madrid and Shakhtar are playing.
Yeah, that was a 4-0 situation too. So I don't know.
So both of these are.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so those are the games to watch for me. The last one that I'll say, I mean, Inter Milan is playing Sheriff too, but I mean.
Thank you. I was waiting for you to say
the last one that I'll say is Leipzig and PSG.
Why'd you say it?
Because, I forgot a headline. Okay, this is important. PSG is thinking about, there's news. PSG is thinking about terminating Sergio Ramos' contract.
Oh, I heard this.
Yeah.
But it's because of something. What was it?
His conditioning. Knee? I think it was his knee. It was an injury.
It was an injury.
So when he first did his medical, he passed his medical. And for those of you that don't know, that don't follow soccer as much, like the transfers and everything, anytime a player goes to a different team, whether it's like a sale or free transfer, whatever, doesn't matter. They have to do a medical. It's like a physical. Right. If you don't pass the physical, and they do this in pretty much every sport, but
you don't pass the physical, you don't get the contract.
Yeah, you don't pass the physical, you don't get the contract. He passed the physical, but since then, all downhill. And they're saying he's not in the shape that he came in at. They're paying him a very high salary. So if they look to cut him, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I'm weird. I want to know how they cut players at that.
You buy their contract out.
You just buy it?
Yeah, that's what it's. I mean,
you just give him the money and say bye.
The contract will either have a balance in which if you cut me, this is the balance I should be played.
Okay.
Based on just guarantees. Like it's based on guarantees, right? It's how much did you guarantee in my contract? Same thing happens in all sports. Say your salary is 5 years, 150 million, but I only guarantee you 50. You're entitled to that 150 million if you stay here 5 years. If I cut you after year 1, I only give you 50.
Okay. So if they want to do this move, they got to do it quick.
They got to do it quick.
6 months.
Because they're paying his salary. He's not playing. If you want to cut him, you should probably cut him. Just rip the Band-Aid off. That's it.
Yeah.
But that's going to be an interesting game because I'm pretty sure Messi came off with an injury.
Again?
Yeah, he came off with an injury.
Didn't he have one when he first started, or was that?
I think that was just like a trade situation. They're working out the paperwork, but I think Messi's down. Yeah, Messi's down.
Okay, so they lost 2 players already.
Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting game. PSG need to figure this shit out ASAP because people are going to start asking questions that they don't have.
So much money, and now they're thinking of
even on these free transfers, these salaries are absurd.
I know.
Like Wijnaldum and Ramos and Messi.
And what's his name doesn't want to play.
Oh,
Mbappe doesn't want to play.
Mbappe doesn't want to play for your team. So there's that.
He's like, I don't care.
What a dilemma, bro. What a dilemma.
Imagine how much money they put during this transfer window.
At work. You give a 2-week notice, right?
Yes.
This dude gave a year notice. Imagine how these people are looking. It's like, you're not going to be here, my guy. Like, why should I care? It's like, imagine you just joined that team and Mbappe's getting to know you. It's like, why are we doing this? Like,
Yeah,
you're gonna be gone.
absolutely.
This is a breakup waiting to
Yeah,
happen.
it's like, you want to go to lunch? I don't have to.
No, my wife's gonna meet your wife. It's gonna be a whole thing now. Like, it's gonna be, but yeah. So that's gonna.
Okay,
be
so we should watch. Actually, I want to watch PSG this
That's
week.
gonna be an interesting game.
That's gonna be a really interesting.
That's gonna be an interesting game. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch that game. Okay, and we're gonna come back and we are going to shit on PSG together.
Yes, let's just do it all together.
Okay, so we're gonna get into a couple more things here, and then we're gonna transfer into our final segment, our series spotlight.
Oh yes,
Right. So NBA. So Ben Simmons still hasn't played. and Kyrie's still not vaccinated.
So we got to give updates of these every single week.
Yes.
So no vaccine yet for Kyrie.
No vaccine yet for Kyrie.
And Ben Simmons is still doing
So vaccine watch. We'll call that vaccine watch.
Vaccine watch. Okay.
Vaccine watch on Kyrie.
We'll have a tracker.
Yeah, it's still not working. Okay, so let's talk about the NBA real quick. The NBA is early stages, right? But the league is weird right now.
Yeah, because so I was watching I think the Bucks or the Nets. I can't remember which one, but they had a bad start. The Bucks, yeah, the Bucks. They're 3-4.
Yeah, the Bucks are 3-4, and the isn't
they're
the
doing
Nets
bad.
4-3? The Nets are 4-3, right? Yeah, the Nets are 4-3. So it's like the Knicks, the Heat, the Wizards, the Bulls, all 5-1.
Nothing changed with the Bucks, right? In terms of their team, their roster.
They lost PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker went to the Heat.
Okay.
Their start. I don't know who starts at small forward for them right now, but they
That's
lost
just
PJ
interesting
Tucker.
because usually like the team is still there relatively. Like they're still there.
Yeah, I mean,
It's hard to lose this bad.
If you look down, I mean, the team is still there, but they do have some guys that. So, for example,
but not enough to lose 4 games.
Okay, so let me say
7.
who they played last game. This was their starting 5 last game. Giannis, Chris Middleton, right? Mm-hmm. The other Antetokounmpo, which is just unacceptable in your starting lineup. That's not what you want. He had 0 points. Like, that's not what you want. Okay, you got George Hill. George Hill is fine. He's kind of old, but not who you really want starting. And Grayson Allen. So that just shows you that they're not really firing on all cylinders.
Right.
They got Pat Connaughton and Rodney Hood coming off the bench. I think they'll figure it out. They have some injuries.
So do you think they'll get to the playoffs?
The playoffs?
Yeah.
You think they'll miss the playoffs?
Hey man, they're doing really
Bro,
bad.
it's been 7 games. They'll make the playoffs.
That's a series.
This guy. They'll make the playoffs. They'll make it.
Okay.
Mac is fishing for TikTok views right
I just
now. That's
want
what
some
that is.
views right now.
That's what that is. They'll make the playoffs, but the league has been a little weird. What do you think about?
It's too early, right?
What do you think about?
Freaking Kings are beating it.
Yeah. So what do you think about the whole state of the conferences right now? Like, you know how
the standings, you mean?
No, I mean, you know how growing up, like the West was always stronger than the East.
Oh no, completely different.
I think it flipped.
It did flip.
I think it kind of flipped.
It did.
Kind of. Yeah, it kind of flipped. It kind of flipped.
I think it is.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at the East and the West.
Yes.
And I'm like, dude, like you're talking about the Bucks, the Nets, the Sixers. Those 3 teams alone, like just on personnel, it's just tough to compete. I mean, the Lakers look good, right? But outside of that, like the Jazz, fine, the Nuggets, fine.
I mean, I just want to note that the Wizards are number 3 in the East right now.
So,
7 games.
By the way, when I talk about the conferences and the strength, I'm not just talking about talent. I'm talking about coaching. I'm talking about performance. I'm talking about everything.
All inclusive.
All
right?
inclusive. Yeah.
But I mean, everything is changing.
I've just liked honestly, I've liked Eastern Conference basketball a lot more recently.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just funner to watch for me. I don't know if I could put any data behind that, explain it. It's just more fun to watch.
The Knicks are number 1.
Yeah, right. NFL, Patrick Mahomes is broken.
Is he? I didn't watch. I heard something, but I didn't see it.
Patrick Mahomes is still kind of broken.
He's still gone.
He plays tonight against the Giants.
Is he playing?
Yeah, he played. No, he's broken. I mean, I said still broken.
No, I know, but I mean, like, is he? Do you think he's gonna make it?
Oh, do you think by playing you meant is he gonna play? Okay,
is he gonna play?
So the reason I said he's still broken is because I see Jackson Mahomes, his brother's TikToks, and this guy just looks awful. I mean, there's this one TikTok, bro. You guys have probably seen it. He's eating a chip. Saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. Saddest chip eat. Like oh my God.
Like, he's just upset?
Yeah, he's just upset, dude. He just doesn't love life. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes is still broken. Washington football team lost.
Washington football team lost.
And, things are not shaking out the way I thought they would in the NFL. Did you see that Brady and the Bucks just took an L?
I didn't see that.
You didn't see the game?
No, the Saints. I wanted to watch it, but
I watched it on Red Zone, so I saw some of it.
I didn't watch it, but I saw the score 36-27, but
very Red Zone game for me because I don't really.
That was a really good game.
I don't really care about either one that much, and also when Jameis Winston went down, I just stopped paying attention.
But I mean, I'm not worried. I think the Bucks are still gonna do something.
You think? Yeah, I mean, they're a solid team. The Cowboys are looking good because they.
I told you.
I
told you.
Mac told me the Cowboys beat this. Okay, the Cowboys won yesterday against the Vikings Sunday Night Football with a backup quarterback. So I mean, like
they're 6-1, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
The Cowboys. I told you.
They
Cowboys
might be
are doing insane.
I might just have a bias. They might be legit. So that happened. So, okay, now we're going to get into our series spotlight. Our series spotlight this week covers a very, very popular show, right? Went viral, went crazy.
On Netflix, it went crazy.
It went crazy. It's called Squid Game.
Squid Game.
So to give you guys a little bit of a background of what Squid Game is, quick elevator pitch. Squid Game is a Korean drama, okay, that is based around a group of individuals who've made some mistakes in life. Right? Some criminals, some people that are in debt. You have it. Take your pick.
It's one of the best shows on Netflix right now.
Yes.
And it's only one season. You can kick it in
easily.
Maybe a day.
So this group of individuals are down on their luck, but they made some decisions that got them in trouble. Right? So they're in a position right now where it's do or die. There's this organization who reaches out to these people through their connections. They find people like this
who are in debt,
who have problems. They reach out to these people. Some guy goes up to him and says, look, let's play a game. You want money, right? Let's play a game. He plays a game, hurts them physically.
If you win the game, you get money. If you lose, I slap you.
Yes. Right. People were like, shit, I'm getting money. He gives them the card and like, hit me up. You could do shit like this for a lot more money. And they all hit him up. Okay, and that's how they end up in Squid Game. So Squid Game is basically mostly based on an island off the coast of Korea. Very remote, no one can get to. And all these players go to this island to participate in said games for a total prize of, I think it was like $36 or $37 million at the end. I converted it from won.
You did?
Yeah, because in won, it was in billion. I was
it was like 47 billion.
47 billion or something like that.
Yeah.
So
love that name.
They're all playing for that prize.
So they go the first time, they find out that, oh shit, this is like a real life situation game.
Because they're playing kid games like red light, green light, marbles, things like that.
Yeah.
But what they don't know is if you lose, you die.
Exactly. And they didn't know that going into the first game. And that's when they realized it.
And that's your background. Okay. Yes. So now let's talk about.
By the way, just real quick. Did you hear about the writer of the game, of the show?
Beefing with LeBron James?
No, I didn't hear that.
But, okay, well, you tell me yours, I'll tell you mine.
So mine was the guy who wrote it was been trying to put this on air for like the past 10 years.
No way.
Yeah, he struggled a lot, but then Netflix picked it up and they gave him like a shitty, they're like, oh, this is nothing, but it's okay, we'll help you out. We'll put it on Netflix and we'll give you like a shitty amount for it. Now it blew up and Netflix are not giving him his fair share of they're like, outside of his contract, you're not getting nothing. And he spoke out to media. He said, I'm basically living on nothing. Imagine the writer of Squid Game is like poor right now.
And I'm sure that Netflix screwed him in the contract so they own all future Squid Game.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Literally. So that was my highlight.
That's terrible. So LeBron James said he didn't like the ending. And the director said, did you watch Space Jam 2?
Oh, yeah. No way.
Yeah. Or the creator, not the director. I don't think. Or unless they might be the same person.
He said someone about them. That's gross.
Yeah. Okay, and we'll talk about the ending. So let's talk about the show, how we thought about the characters, how we thought about the
So
episode.
let's
whatever.
do our usual and serious spotlight.
Character,
episode,
ending.
Go for it.
Okay.
So who's your favorite character?
My favorite character. Okay, so to put this in perspective, people that have watched this have watched the show.
Yes.
Like if you're watching this and you didn't watch Squid Game,
Don't
you
watch
are
it.
clinically insane. Don't watch this. Okay.
Oh yeah, please don't watch this because there's spoilers.
Yeah, there's spoilers.
So
There's
go
spoilers.
watch it and then watch this.
Okay, my
your
favorite
favorite character?
character. My favorite character. Damn, that's a really hard question, man.
Really?
Because do you have one off the top of your head?
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
456?
I like 456.
Okay. Well, 456 then. So 456 was your guy.
He's my guy.
Okay, so 456.
I mean, like my guy.
His name is Sung Gi-hun.
Sung Gi-hun.
Sung Gi-hun. He's kind of like the main character. I'm sure you guys know. So he ends up winning.
He ends up winning.
Okay. I'm not mad at that pick. It's a conventional pick.
But I hated him at the end.
We'll talk about it. My favorite, I think. Shoot, man.
Come on, man. It's simple. It's down to 3 people.
No, because so while the show ended with 3 people, I don't know if those 3 people were necessarily my favorite.
Who was your favorite? Ali?
Ollie was dope.
I loved Ali. He got.
I guess
screwed.
I'll go with 456.
456?
I guess I'll go with 456.
There's another guy that not a lot of people talk about, but he always made me nervous in this freaking show.
Who?
The undercover guy who was in everywhere.
See, that's who I was debating. That's exactly who I was debating.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's
He's
actually,
insane.
you know what? I'm gonna go with him. Because that's who I was debating. So he's the cop.
He's the cop.
So the cop
undercover.
I completely forgot his name. I don't think it came up. But
He's so smart.
yeah, he's the cop. He was undercover. He basically his brother went missing. Okay, his brother went missing. He's like, where the fuck is my brother?
Okay.
And he found the Squid Games card.
Yes.
He saw the Squid Games card or Squid Game card
Somewhere else.
on another person, right?
Yeah, it was in the police station. Yep.
It was in the police
Yeah,
station.
yeah, and he saw it.
Someone brought it up to them. I think it was what's his name. It was 456, bro.
456.
456 went there and he was.
456 went to the police station to like tell on them.
By the way, his real name is Lee Jung Jae.
Lee Jung Jae.
Yeah, FYI. But we call him 456 because, I mean, in the show, what you'll realize
456.
is they really take your name away.
Yeah.
They really
Because they
take your
don't
name.
they don't say their names.
They don't say their name. So I know, like,
You're
for example,
456.
old guy, his name is like Oh Il Nam. I call him 1.
001.
Yeah, so,
001.
I mean, so 456 took it there. He saw it. He's like, what the fuck is this? After he heard the story and then saw it at his boy's shit, he was like, at his brother's house, he was like, oh no.
Yes.
So he goes.
So he goes and he finds them.
And I liked his investigating. It sucks that his brother killed him. Like, it absolutely
It sucks that he found his brother, the person who's freaking like.
So his brother, yeah, and that's why I kind of want. Yeah, you know what? He gets to be my favorite character, bro. Imagine you go to an island, you're looking for your brother, you're killing people to find your brother. You almost get killed to find your brother. You find your brother, and he kills you.
That was to
shit is
me
that?
like so nerve wracking.
It was because he was always in situations that caused problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
And he's always gonna get caught.
So they're all undercover. They all have assignments. They all have things that they know day to day.
Yeah.
My question really was though, and we'll get to it. So we'll get to it.
Okay.
Let's talk about the episode.
Okay, episode. What's your favorite episode?
Okay. You started with that. With the excuse me, last one. I'll start with this one.
I
think I know my favorite. My favorite was episode 6.
Which one was that?
Marbles.
Marbles?
I'll tell you why it's the best episode to me was the bridge episode, whatever episode that was.
The glass?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the best one.
That was mine.
That was the best one.
Yeah, that was mine.
My favorite was episode 6. And that was the one with the marbles.
Okay.
Because that's when I knew what the ending was like immediately.
How?
It was actually very easy. Like I can't believe people didn't like I don't get me wrong. I watched this a little late, so I saw certain things.
Is it because he was the only one who didn't see die?
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That was so easy. Like I'm not a genius, right? Like, I'm
no,
not
I get
trying
it.
to show off. Like, if you didn't see the guy die in a show that they showed everybody die, he's probably not dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Or they just didn't want you to see the old guy die.
No, man, he wasn't dead. Like, they showed me women dying. They showed me children dying.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
showed,
No, I
or actually, I don't know. I don't know if they showed children dying, but they might as well have, bro. I mean, I saw brains on the floor. Like,
younger people.
yeah. So I liked it because in episode 6, when they're playing with the marbles and
It was Gganbu.
Gganbu, because that's what he called 456.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
the game.
and at the end, when 456 saw the card, it said from Gganbu. That's how he knew it was him. But I liked it because that's what exposed the whole thing. Right. So I don't really have a whole lot of analysis. It's just once I saw him not get shot, I started to put a lot of things together that I saw. Like, for example, one of my biggest things is there wasn't another like old ass person there. It was just him.
That's true.
Statistically,
well, because he was the old man, right?
Yeah, but there's just one old man and 456 people.
Yeah, and no one thought
Pulled randomly.
And no one thought that, like, why is this guy here?
I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, you want to get out of debt, but why? You might die in like 5 years.
I don't get it. I don't. And another thing.
It was interesting.
Another thing is he.
Still a great.
So here's another thing in that episode.
Gganbu?
In Gganbu, the girls, right, when they paired up, they waited till the end, right?
Yeah.
The guard was just waiting till the end, but they knew they were gonna play. Gganbu, 001, right, number 1, he was acting oblivious the entire time.
Yeah.
And he was just like not playing. And 456 was going to the guy. He's like, okay,
please play with me.
He's not. Okay, why is he not playing with me? He goes to the instructor, the hoodie red triangle dude. He's like, your boy's not playing, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you can't kill me if he's not playing. And he said nothing. So I don't know if he knew their identity. Probably not. But to me, that was another thing. I was like,
oh, that's interesting. I thought,
why is he not playing?
I asked this question multiple times in my head. Do the people there, like the square triangle people,
I don't know.
Do they know that he's this guy?
I don't know. And that was, and we'll get to that because that's kind of one of my critiques about the ending. But tell me why the bridge episode was your favorite episode.
Because it was, it revealed the good and bad people, in my opinion. Because we always thought the lawyer was like a good guy and blah blah blah, you know. But he killed that person. Yeah.
So I would say, what episode is the bridge one? Is that 7? That's 7.
Is it 7?
Yeah, that's 7.
Okay.
So I would say 6 and 7 were really. So wait, that was in the 6th. Shit, man. Like, this is what happens when you binge. Everything jumbles.
I can't remember. It was look. It was the colorful bridge.
It was the 7th. No, that was the 7th episode for sure. I'm looking at it. So a lot of people died in that episode.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah,
except the 3.
Yeah,
everyone.
So what do you think about? Okay, maybe this is just me. But couldn't they just lie down on the one they were on and then punch each glass really hard and see which one breaks?
Well, it was far. Remember, they had to jump and leap to it.
One guy.
The guy with the marble?
No. The marble was at the end. One guy did something that was very like. This one guy was stretching his arms out or stretching his head out.
To try to get it.
No. He was stretching. I think it was that guy. The guy that was looking at the refraction.
Yeah.
He was looking at it, and then he stretched his head out a little bit. I was like, bro, you can easily reach this thing. Easily. At least from where it looked like. Easily. Even in the positioning of it. Like, it felt like it was. Also, there was the red, like, you know how the glass was on the frame?
Yeah.
Why didn't they just walk on the fucking frame?
I don't think they were allowed to.
Okay. Well, that's fair. They probably should.
I mean, they didn't tell us the rule, but.
And that's when we found out that we got a villain on our hands that we didn't even know we had.
Yes.
Sungwoo.
Right?
So, I mean, Sungwoo committed murder, right?
Yeah, I mean, others did, and it was expected, but not from
How do you feel about his actions? Would you have done the same?
Can I be honest?
Yeah, you can be honest. This is a hypothetical. If you were in a hypothetical Netflix series, would you have pushed the person in front of you to save yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not even a question, right?
Yes.
I didn't even think it was a problem.
No, I mean, because if he doesn't move, I'm going to die anyway.
So
he's dead on both ends. So I might just help him.
Yes, and
save
that
myself.
introduced Sung-woo as a villain. And then
Yes.
in the 8th episode, it furthered him as a villain because he was explaining to Seung Gi-hun, 456, that, hey, I'll kill you if I need to, by the way. Let's make this abundantly clear.
And remember when the girl was in the last episode or the
it was before when he killed her.
When he killed her.
Yeah, because he was like...
Because he was helping her.
He said he was because he was helping
the
her.
glass in
she
her.
was going to die anyway, to be honest.
Yeah. So that kind of contradicted my whole, is he a villain or is he a... Like, what the hell is he? Like, he's saying, oh, I put her out of
Well,
her
he's not a
misery.
villain.
I mean, he's not
a villain because the last episode.
Oh, right. But I'm saying,
So
like,
in the
building
last
up.
episode, he stabs himself in the neck because he looked at it like this. He was like, if I don't kill myself, because what happened is 456 bests him at the last game.
Yeah.
When it's just them two. He bests him. He wins.
Yeah.
The instructor's on top of the other guy about to kill him. Like, it's done.
Yeah.
One step, he gets $36 million. He turns back. He's like, if both players quit, right?
Yeah, I hated that.
Because
I hated that.
So they they got onto the island initially, all these people, and they actually left. They decided to come back. They left because there's a rule, Section 3, Article 75,000, whatever, that if the majority doesn't want to play, they don't have to play anymore.
Yes.
When he went up to him, I thought it was over. Like, I thought 456 figured it out. He bested them.
Mm-hmm.
But Sung-woo was like, my mom won't get the money.
Yes.
And that's when I realized that it's easy to villainize these people in these situations. But that moment is what proved to me that he's not like some of these other emerging villains you see. Even like that criminal. That criminal was just straight up a bad person. Right? He's just trying to do what it takes to redeem himself and get his mom some
Look,
stability.
I hated the ending for two reasons. One, that reason. Okay. I just thought, like, just go.
Yeah.
Just go, let him kill him, just finish the game the way it's supposed to be.
The ending of the game. And we'll talk about the
ending of the
show.
game. And now I want to talk about the ending of the show. The ending of the show was clearly there's another season.
Clearly there's another season. So let's break down what happened. After Sung-woo kind of took himself there, our boy 456 got the money. His bank pin was 0456. I mean, you can't write this shit. But he got the money and he never used it.
He never used it for a while.
For a while. He didn't use it for a while, to the point where
someone calls him.
Someone calls him. His bank calls him.
Yeah.
Right? His bank is like, what are you doing? I mean, when he comes back home, his mom is dead. His life is in the shitter.
Yeah, and his friend's dead.
His friend's dead. His mom's dead.
The girl's dead.
Everyone's dead. Okay. So I mean,
but then
he takes the money. Then, you know, he goes and he gets his shit together.
Yes.
Right.
After
he meets with these people.
After he meets with one person.
With the bank person.
After that.
Well, no, okay, hold on. Maybe we're talking about different things. After he met with the bank person, he got his shit together, meaning that. Oh wait, I'm getting the timeline wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, because after the bank person,
the guy comes with the lady. He goes to the beach, sits there, and the lady with the flowers tries to sell him a flower, and then on the flower there's a card.
Yeah, and that's when the card says that Gganbu is like waiting for you, December 7th, 10:30,
whatever. And he goes and he finds the old man.
Yeah, the old man lived.
The old man lived.
Yes.
And
how did you feel about that, by the way? To this point, where are you at mentally?
When I see him,
ending.
I see him,
when you see him,
I said, "This snake."
So when we see him, this is how you know this guy's rich. He's in a building that you know he owns, because the entire floor is cleared out, and he's in the corner on a hospital bed. So, he owns this building.
Yeah, of course.
So this guy's dumb rich. We find out that he's been financing the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right? Him and his billionaire buddies are just like, I have money and I don't know how to have fun anymore. So with that said, here's my honest critique about the ending. Not just the ending of the Squid Game, but the ending. Mm-hmm. I've thought about this and be very structured. One, I like the ending in terms of high level. The old guy ended up doing it. This guy was still pissed off, didn't want to use his money. There's going to be another Squid Game. This person died. Like, everything wrote, like, it's not like Game of Thrones. All of the kind of questions were answered. I just don't like how they were answered. Right? I don't think that the justification of the game made sense to me.
No, that's the point, right? He's just a guy who had money and he just wanted to screw around. That was the gist of it.
But I just need to know, like,
it's
maybe
justified.
it's one of those series
It's not. I
that
mean,
they
it's
give
not
you.
right.
No. Maybe it's one of the series that they'll give you the background in the second season. You know, because I want to know how this happened.
No, it shows you what's gonna happen in the second season.
No, but it
last minute.
Yeah, it shows you that there's going to be another Squid Game.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll get to that
So
problem.
after the guy sees the old man,
Yeah.
he realizes that he needs to be using this money and helping people because of what he said about the guy who's
The drunk.
the drunk guy
Who someone helped. And the funny thing is, at the end, he said, "You saw that."
Yeah.
Before he left him, he said something along the
You
lines
saw
of,
it right before
"You saw it
12
before
o'clock."
you died,"
Yeah.
which is fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you're the old guy that, like, there's no good in the world, and right before you die, the good happens.
Yeah.
You're like, shit.
But then he gets his act together. He shaves. He cuts his hair. He takes the money. He
Dyes
helps,
his hair.
He dyes his hair. He helps the girl's brother.
Yeah.
Give him money. Puts him with the lawyer's mom to take care
Yeah,
of.
with Sungwoo's mom, leaves her a carry-on full of
Filled with
bands.
cash.
Just cash.
And then he wanted to go see his daughter in the U.S.
Yes.
While he's going, he sees people doing the same thing. Like, it's as if the game is gonna start up again.
Same guy. He
Same
sees
guy.
the same guy that got him
Recruited,
him, recruiting somebody else. Goes over to the guy, says, "No way, Jose."
Yep.
Right? And
Then he
this
calls
is
him.
where my biggest beef starts.
This is my biggest beef. Right
You
here.
too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Biggest beef.
Okay. So he calls the
Let's
guy.
get it.
He's on the way to the airplane. Literally, you know that little gate thing, the claustrophobic boy that you walk
the
through?
tunnel.
Yeah, the tunnel to the plane. You see the plane. He calls the guy, and the guy doesn't expect him to call. He's like, "Yo, who's this?" And he says his name, and then he's like, "Oh shit, this is 456." He's like, "456? You made a shit ton of money. Let's just move on here.
Yeah. Let it go.
Let it go." He said, "Get on the plane."
Get on the plane. And he's like, what?
So he saw him at the airport. So that's when I was like, okay, maybe that's not that crazy. But then this is where my beef came.
Mm-hmm.
What did he do? He turned around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He turned around and wanted to basically say, I'm coming for you.
Yes. Now, let me tell you why I have a beef with that. That's kind of out of character.
I think it's out of character, but it's justified, right? He's really mad.
It's justified.
He's really mad. Like, now he has this anger inside him.
But the thing is like, you
killed all my friends.
Okay, here's
blah blah blah.
Here's where I wish the show came in. I wish they did that, but it happened differently. Like, he just saw a million people get murdered. His mom died. Don't you think he would want to spend some time with his daughter?
Yeah.
Like, it's not realistic.
No, of course not.
Or not like, that it's realistic. It's not.
He's trying to be a hero.
He's trying to be a hero, and this guy isn't a hero.
To stop. Well, I mean, exactly. Yeah, out of character, right? But
yeah.
Maybe that's what's gonna.
So
change,
maybe that's what's gonna happen.
Right? He changed himself.
So he's gonna.
He has money. He feels like he has
exactly.
power.
So he's gonna start being a hero.
Yes.
Right, which is fine. But if that's what we're gonna do next season, you also have to give me some background. I need to know, are these like guys in the hoodies, do they know what's going on? Are they in on this? Were they previous contestants?
Yeah.
Who are they?
Yeah.
Who are they? What are their involvement?
Yeah.
What's their So that's one. That's what I want to learn. Another thing that just didn't make sense to me is, how did that brother even get there? This brother guy. The guy that was fronting for the old man with the black mask and killed his brother and whatever.
Man, yeah.
The guy that we think the whole time is the organizer.
Yeah.
Until pretty late.
Yeah.
What? Like, who is?
Why is he there?
Why is he there? I just don't understand that aspect of it.
Do you know what's crazy? Just on that guy, he knew his brother was in the place the whole time.
He knew the entire time.
Why? Because he saw his badge. That's crazy, and that didn't click until the end.
Yeah, he knew he was there the entire time.
Damn.
So the thing is, the ending to me does something that you can't get out of a lot of endings. It closes everything that was open. It closes everything that was open, like the major stuff. But now, in order to be a great series, it's the small things that you have to tie.
Yeah, and I think it's a great show, but I think season 2 will make it
It's make or break.
It's make or break. It's gonna either make it way better, or it's gonna just be like, they killed it.
Yeah. Now, LeBron beefed with the guy, said he wasn't a fan of the ending. me and LeBron, we don't agree on much. But this one I'll agree with.
Honestly, I know I didn't like the ending, but I liked
the ending. I didn't love it, and I wanted to love it.
Yeah, but like you said, not a lot of shows answer all of your questions.
Exactly.
And they answered all of the big questions.
That's why I like it.
Yeah.
That's why I like it. And I can't take anything away from them. They answered my big questions. It's just the way they answered them, I just think could have been a little... You know what would have been amazing? If 456 escaped from the limo and found the old man on the island still. That would have been amazing. Like in a hospital bed, all that on the island as he's escaping, he's trying to run away from these people, whatever, and he finds the old man still alive. Or something like that.
I still feel like you're trying to end it at season 1. No, there's not more about, like he's going back to the island.
It's not about ending to me. Like I think you mean he's going back to the mainland.
He is.
He is. It would have been nice if he like got a little more information. Like cuz he's going back to Squid Games.
But that's the point.
He's going back to Squid Games. He has to figure
it out.
And he doesn't know anything.
That's the point.
It is, but like, don't you think he would rather see his daughter? And that kind of takes me back to the...
Of course, but if he doesn't see his daughter, then the show's ended.
Yeah. I guess. It's going to make for a good second season.
Yeah, it will. I like the start. Like, I like the build-up.
Yeah, I like the build-up.
Like, he's coming back for vengeance. I want to see what he's going to do.
I like the build-up, too. I watched it in dubbed, not subbed.
I watched it subbed.
I watched it in both, really.
Oh, no. I watched it.
You watched subtitles?
No, I watched it dubbed.
Oh, you watched it dubbed. Yeah. So I watched it dubbed from episode 5 to like 9 and then subbed from episode like 1 to 4. If you could watch it in subbed, watch it in subbed. But at the end of the day, a lot of our lives dictate that we watch things that we can hear and not necessarily need to look at sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So do what you need to do. But overall, both versions, great show.
I loved it. Yeah.
I think the ending left some to be desired for me, but
that's what season 2's for.
Game of Thrones destroyed me.
Oh, of course, right? Yeah. So forget about
I learned to take my wins when they come. You know. But okay, any final thoughts about Squid Games?
No, man. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. I hope you didn't listen to this whole thing and not watch it.
Yeah, seriously.
But go watch it and wait for season 2. It might come out next year.
Might come out next year. Yeah. Hopefully that guy can figure it out. The director, creator, whoever it is. That's,
yeah.
All right, but this has been an awesome podcast. We appreciate you guys. Mac, any final words?
Squid Game.
All right, guys, this has been a great podcast. We appreciate you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on everything that we do anytime that you can. We're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere.